My name's John Lownds. I'm from the UKTI Life Science organisation, and I'm here to talk about our web portal. The presentation probably lasts about 10 to 15 minutes, but there'll be plenty of time afterwards to go through and actually demonstrate the website live to you. So I joined the Life Sciences sector team 5 years ago, and then 18 months ago the sector team combined with the investment team, so we're now part of the joined up life science organisation covering both trade and investment. And one of our main offers at the moment is the Life Sciences web portal. So it's not just a database, it's also a lot of information on there on accessing funding, which I'll come to in a moment. So during the presentation I'll give you an overview of how the web portal works, how you can actually search using the mapping tool, and then at the end we'll talk about the various funding mechanisms we have in place and also the additional features. So in terms of the background to the sector, there's approximately 5,000 life science companies in the UK, and we've now got a database which is trying to capture the vast majority of those companies. If you yourselves are a company who aren't on the database, then do let me know and we can quickly try and get you added onto the system. So in order to put together the database, we've worked with 16 partners. So these are the main trade associations for the healthcare sector, the biosciences sector, pharmaceutical sector. So all the key national organisations have inputted for us. We've also got devolved administrations involved from Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland, and some regional organisations such as BioNow, who are based in northwest England. So in terms of what the portal does, there's got a lot of information on the site about the companies, what the various benefits are, and who the UK partners are. So it's a pretty easy to access database we have. You simply choose a sector. So you say if you're from the pharmaceutical sector or medical devices or biotechnology, you then click in on there. Then within the segment, each sector is narrowed down with about 20 or 25 different subsectors where you can access information. And then you can also choose the location. So we've got the 9 English regions and the 3 devolved administrations, and you can click on those to get information on the companies as well. So say we've got 16 partners, and they've all inputted for us. So in terms of how this database came about, well, the strategy for life sciences was launched in December 2011 by the Prime Minister. And part of the strategy was to set up the Life Science organisation, which I work in. There's a group of about 35 of us in total, based in London, and also we have some colleagues in North America and around the UK. And one of our key activities early on is to get this database up and running. So the database itself was set up by the Office for Life Sciences, but it's not been made public until fairly recently. But now the information available is being shared, so it's really useful for both for UK exporters and also for companies looking to invest in the UK to get access on the UK companies. As I say, we've got the 16 data partners, and they cover with between them thousands of members. So for example, the ABHI in the healthcare sector has around 300 members. APBI represents the pharmaceutical companies. Then we've got organisations like the BIA covering the biotechnology sector. So in terms of accessing the information on the website, you can either select the sector as I just mentioned, so you can go in through sector and subsector and the region and find information that way, or you can use the mapping tool and actually access the companies yourself just by going onto the map and just searching yourself for the type of company you're looking for. What the database doesn't do, it doesn't actually provide information on the company's email, so you won't be able to get a specific email address for a contact. There's a reason for that, because companies do not want to be bombarded with emails. But what you can do is get information on the company size, You get information on their website which you can access. Also get knowledge about the turnover, etc., and their expertise. So it is a very useful tool to access. You can also access Twitter feeds, and you can save your searches on the company if you need to come back into the system later. So the three main sectors, as I said, is medical biotechnology, medical technology, and the pharmaceutical sector. You can see the various subsectors for the three groups. There's around 25 to 30 subsectors which you can click on just to get more precise information on the type of company that you're dealing with. So it's all three of the sectors covered there, and I can do a demonstration later just to show how easy it is to access, for example, a training company or a vaccines company in the pharmaceutical sector. So this is what the site looks like for pharmaceuticals when you go in there. For the choosing business activity, you can select on all companies or just the manufacturers, or say distribution companies. There's more detail there as well. Okay, so this is the mapping tool which allows you to access information yourself if you're trying to find out about companies in a particular part of the UK. And there's details there about how you get in to do that. So you can draw the search yourself. You can have up to 10 different points which you will cover in the search. So on the example here, if say you've got a company based in Nottingham, but for various reasons they regularly want to be contacting companies say in London or in Cumbria, then they may have an interest in accessing a part of the UK that looks like something that's drawn up on the search there, and all the companies in that sector will be identified. And so then when you click in within that region, you'll find all the various companies shown on the map. Then you can click on to those individual circles to get the information on the companies. So there you go. There's a couple of examples of the companies such as AB SciEx or Abacus Healthcare Services. Got all their details with the address, database, etc., etc. Then the next part of the portal I want to come on to is accessing funding. This is a fairly new addition to the site, but if you're looking for funding covering research and development, knowledge transfer and skills, investment, business development, or academic and industry collaboration, it's all on there, and you can narrow the search with the three areas listed underneath. So there you go, the sector. So in the pharmaceutical, you can access funding opportunities for that sector. And just click on the search button and off you go. There's more information here about accessing the funding for science, engineering, etc. Then again, access to R&D funding there, and if you enter on that for research and design, it comes up with 21 companies out of the 5,000 or so on the database. Then again, you can list companies and go into all companies or just SMEs or just academic companies, and information will come up in a split second. Then again, you can go in to find out about specific value of contracts which are of interest to you, whether it be at all levels or at so as little as 50,000 funding, but whatever type of funding you're trying to find about, it should be listed there. Then again, so for preclinical or late developing clinical, there's 21 feasibility awards listed there. Then again, there's regional specific grants which are referred to, so different parts of the UK will have different funding available, and you can get all the background on that and the actual information on the specific grants, whether, for example, it be for the Black Country or for Buckinghamshire or for different parts of the UK. Then again, there's different support organisations we're working with to get this information provided, so British Business Bank, UK Export Finance, etc. all listed there. Knowledge Transfer Network as well. Okay, so if you're wanting to get on and check out the portal, either to access the 5,000 or so companies or to find out about funding, you can actually go on once just to have a look. But if you wanted to use the system regularly, you should register. It only takes literally 2 minutes to get in there. You simply enter your login details, provide a password, and every time you go back in, you can instantly access whatever information you need. The site is growing as well, so we will be adding more and more features to it over the time. But if you do want more information, then do please contact us. So that's what it looks like. So you just go in, put in your email address, your password, then click on the login, and off you go. And again, we also have a newsletter as one of the new features. So if you're on a monthly basis, we update the newsletter with information on different companies, useful information from within the life sciences sector that will appear on there, and you can easily access that.